Are you looking for ways to lower your energy bill this winter? Because I know I am. PGE has this customer dashboard that makes it easy to see how you're using energy, and it gives you helpful insight into your daily habits. Just log into your PGE account and use the Home Energy Analysis tool to update your home profile. In minutes, you'll get personalized tips on how to make these energy-saving adjustments. Check it out at portlandgeneral.com/myuse. That's portlandgeneral.com/myuse. In celebration of the grand opening of the new Mark Rothko Pavilion, the Portland Art Museum is offering free admission from November 20th through the 23rd. There's also live music, DJs, curator tours, art making, and so much more. The new pavilion adds 100,000 square feet of public walkways and gallery space, and this expansion highlights nearly 300 major new acquisitions. That includes works that are rarely or have never before been on view. It's almost like a whole new Portland Art Museum. So go check it out. From November 20th through the 23rd, it's absolutely free. Hopefully, I'll see you there. Portlanders have a lot to be proud of, but few things generate more civic pride than our airport. From its iconic kitschy carpet to its plethora of local restaurants and businesses to the incredible new wooden roof in the main terminal. Like, what's not to love? And critics agree, because earlier this year, the Washington Post ranked the Portland International Airport as the best airport in America. So today on CityCast Portland, we're rounding up our favorite hacks that make any trip to PDX a lot more enjoyable, from where to eat and drink to ways you can chill out and relax before boarding, especially as we're coming towards the hectic holiday travel season. It's Tuesday, November 4th. I'm Claudia Meza, and this is what Portland's talking about. John, Julia, thanks for hanging out with me to talk about some airport hacks.
Hey.
Hello.
John, just for transparency, this whole show was because you had so many. You were just like, I am the king of hacks. I want to tell everybody about all the wonderful things they can do in this airport.
I have so many hacks. I've actually winnowed down my list of potential hacks so I don't talk for this entire episode because I've spent a lot of time at PDX Airport in the last few years.
Yeah, I need people to know that this episode was curated specifically so John can tell you about his hacks.
You're welcome.
Before we get started sharing our hacks, I'm curious what your best PDX travel story is. Like either a time it went super well or it was a complete disaster.
This is what I share with people when I'm emphasizing just how amazing our airport is. So this was at a time where over the course of 2 months, I had got my bag lost in travel twice. One time I got stuck in Amsterdam. Another time it was gone for almost 2 weeks. So one of these times I was going to the airport just to retrieve my bag. And I took the Max in and I was like, great, Portland, public transportation, awesome. And when I went to go get the bag, I was like, you know what? I kind of want to get dinner. So I wheeled my bag over after I retrieved it, went to Loyal Legion and got the most amazing sour beer flight. It had this tangerine sour beer that I loved so much. I sat and chatted with the bartender. I made a whole night out of it. And then I took my bag and wheeled home, got on the bus. I was like, this city rocks. So that's just really positive memory of literally just going out of my way to have dinner there when I wasn't going anywhere.
Just hanging at the airport.
Yeah.
You had a bag. It looked like you belonged there. It totally worked out.
Yeah. I feel like I could get away with it.
What about you, John?
Mine is the opposite. This is my biggest airport screw up of all time. So several years ago at this point, me and my sister, who also lives in Portland, were traveling back to Michigan to visit our parents for the holidays. And, when we were putting in our checked bags, that my sister's bag was a couple pounds overweight. So I was like, oh no, I've got space in my carry-on. Just give me a couple things. I'll throw them in there. So she gave me a couple wrapped presents, tossed them in my carry-on. We got on our way. Went through the security line, and then I got the ding of oh, we got to do a manual search on your bag. So the security guide pulls out this one package and is like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. It's a wrapped present for my sister. Molly, what is that? She goes, oh, it's a knife. Yeah. Guys, she put an 8-inch butcher's knife in my carry-on. that I then tried to walk through security with.
Oh my God.
I was expecting her to go, oh, it's a gun stuffed with heroin for granddad.
Yeah. Oh, it's cocaine.
The good news is they caught it and they let me wheel my carry-on bag back and check it as well. So I still got through.
Oh, wow.
Good thing you had the time.
Barely by the skin of our teeth. But yeah, do not try and bring knives through security at PDX. They don't like that.
Heard.
Oh my God. I want to see your face. I want to see her face. I want to see that interaction.
She goes, it's a knife. And I look at her and go, it's a knife? And like look at the security guard and he's just sort of like, I don't know, dude. This is between y'all.
He's like, that's your sister. Oh man. Well, okay. Well, let's start with minimizing the stress of air travel. I mean, aside from not trying to bring knives on your carry-on bags. So I'm talking like whether it's getting to the airport or getting through security quickly, like what's your best hack for making the whole process better?
Can I have 2 hacks? One for before your flight and one for after?
John, this is your show. You do whatever you want.
Just hack it up, okay? Jeez.
Oh my God, just go, John.
It took me years to finally own up to this truth, but the reality is parking at the airport garage, the one that is like attached to the terminal, it's more expensive, but for a short flight, it is totally worth it. It is so worth it to pay that extra money if you're only going out of town for a couple days, especially if otherwise you would have been like taking a lift to or from the airport.
Oh, yeah.
It rounds out to about the same amount of money and it is like so quick and easy. I feel like for most of my life, I was like, nah, I'm not paying that much money.
Yeah.
I've come around. It's totally worth it.
Okay, we got that, which is good. That's
surprising.
a pretty good hack, I gotta tell you.
It's a good hack.
In your head, you're just like, I'm never paying for parking, you know?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but then you spend like $60 or $70 taking a lift to and from the airport,
Yeah,
right?
no, for sure.
On the way home, if you're coming back into PDX, schedule your Lyft ride in advance. You can do that. Sometimes it'll like take forever to actually get a car, especially if you're flying in at like a really busy time. Just schedule it in advance, man. They'll show up. They'll be there and they can like even keep track of when the flights are coming in.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you get right into the queue when your plane lands and you'll be able to get out as soon as you get your bags.
I did not know that.
This is like a thing you could do in Lyft because I was like, I can't guess. I can't see into the future, man.
That's what always stresses me out.
Sometimes things happen like I have to pee or like we're late or all this stuff. So you're saying there's like a schedule your Lyft in advance feature and it just tracks it for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Pretty cool.
What? I'm like looking at my app. I'm like, what are you? What button?
It is the sort of thing, it feels like it's sort of in beta where they like will give you the feature and then you might like take it away for like a couple, you know, and test it on a different group. But I've definitely done it before. It really is
John,
possible.
are these real hacks or are these fake hacks?
These are dream hacks.
Are these
Yeah,
dream
this dream hacks. Nah, man, these are
We
real.
make this whole show, and at the end, John's like, April
Fools.
Fools. Okay, John, so something crazy. I just really just want to jump in. This isn't a hack. This is a horror story. And maybe it is a hack for other people to pay attention. So here's what happened. I was going to be gone for a couple weeks, and I did the same thing. I did the math, and I found out that there is a parking lot that was so cheap. It was like $50 for the whole time. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. But I didn't realize how many different parking lots there were, and I got confused. Because it doesn't take much, as you two know.
Yeah.
And I ended up parking at this.
John's like, yeah.
I thought you meant at the airport in general. That wasn't
Yeah.
like a Claudia dig. I was like,
No.
yeah, those parking lots are confusing. Sorry.
So no, it's fine. On all levels, it's correct. So I ended up parking at a parking lot, though. I thought like, yeah, this is clearly the cheaper one. No, sir. I came out and I owed $200 and something dollars.
God.
And I was just like, what happened?
That's very different than $50.
Yeah. And this is why Claudia doesn't have a car. She was just like, you know what? Keep it.
Keep it. I'm not joking. I thought about it. Like, not just like leaving it there, but just like, is there a way I can turn back time? And I was like, no, this is it. You know, when you start thinking irrational thoughts, like you're like, how can I disappear with my car? But anyhow, I went back and dude, this parking lot is basically in IKEA, and then you take a fucking shuttle to. So, I mean, still kind of a good hack if you have the time and you know how to drive. and you're like reading signs, which clearly I do not know how to drive and read at the same time. And so, yeah, so my hack is more of a warning.
Received.
Anyhow, whatever. What's your hack, Julie?
Okay, I'm jumping in here. These are basic hacks, but they're things that I think about every time I travel. Some context: when I travel, I'm typically going pretty far away because my family is East Coast and beyond. So one of the things that I always do, I have an airport outfit, and that airport outfit is centered around options. I'm talking layers. I have typically a long sleeve layer, a tank top layer underneath that, and a t-shirt layer on top of the long sleeve. Because if you're hitting multiple airports while you're traveling, or even just trying to factor in your body temperature in the airport versus the plane, it fluctuates like crazy. And when people are too hot or too cold, it stresses them out. I always assume that half the reason why folks are arguing on planes is just they're too hot and sweaty and already agitated. So if you have layers, it gives you the option just kind of go with what's most comfortable. And if your bag gets lost, you have a couple different outfits that you can wear for a couple days while you're waiting for your stuff. And then also something I always do is I always stuff a tote bag in the side pocket of my backpack in the case that I buy food at the airport or a gift for somebody that I really like. I can use that as a backup just to kind of carry everything on my shoulder. This is assuming that you don't also have another carry-on bag to bring on, obviously because of that 2-item limit, but I always have that on hand just in case, and every time I end up using it, and it's just like another thing that leaves it so I'm not as stressed out and like juggling 6 different items, you know?
You know, I just love that you had to highlight buying a gift for someone you really like. I'm just like, as opposed to buying a gift for someone you hate.
You see a gift and you really like the gift.
Gotcha. The gift that you like, the gift. Gotcha. So I wanted to share some hacks from our audience. So Liz L says, you know what? You can park your car, you can do all that, but it's all about taking the Max line. There's no stress about parking, no need to bother your friends, and you enjoy the beautiful city as you prepare for your trip. Stephen O has like a hack even before like, hey man, think about your life as a traveler. And he wrote, PDX has a link on their website showing specific nonstop destinations and which airlines fly those routes. Good way to route your plan. And if you're not tied down to one airline, you can use it to know which one to look at. Layovers suck. And yes, they do, my friend.
They do.
And that website is flypdx.com/nonstop destinations.
Nice.
Pro move.
I have a very quick hack, you guys. So I'm a total TSA pre-check person. Stephen O also had that hack, but I just need you to know that that hack has been hacked. As someone who's had pre-check for years, it's the same line now. So I have a hack, which is go to the touchless ID program. So here I was in a line, I feel as long as the non-TSA line. And I saw a sub-TSA pre-check line where people were just zooming through. Most of them were workers, but I saw a few civilians and I was like, hello. And so I asked somebody, who worked there, I was like, what's going on with this line? And so let me tell you, the TSA pre-check touchless ID program is like one step above TSA PreCheck. And so this is how it works. It uses facial recognition technology. So you're able to zoom through the security without presenting a physical ID. You still need a mobile boarding pass to access a lane. Of course, you still need to have your TSA PreCheck number and a valid passport, all that. But you can just opt in. If the airline you're using is participating, you can just zoom through. And I checked it out, and almost all major airlines are part of the program, and PDX just got this. So I think we have at least 2 years before this gets clogged up.
Oh, yeah. I know. Get it now.
Get it now while you still can.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, let's take a quick break here. And when we come back, let's talk about eating, drinking, shopping.
Woo.
We're getting to that time of year when we start sending out holiday cards and gifts to friends and family. And for me, it's always been a struggle to find cute stationery that isn't $1 million and isn't, kind of ugly. But I found an option that is woman and BIPOC owned, sustainable, supports local artists, has beautiful designs, and is printed right here in Portland. All Port Editions has been making artistic greeting cards and gifts since 1982. And they have an adorable storefront in the Kearns neighborhood, so you can go check them out yourself. Right now, they're having a holiday preview sale, which runs through November 10th, and CityCast listeners get 10% off all holiday items, plus a free gift online at allports.com or in store using the code CityCast25. They're also throwing in free shipping on orders over $75. Currently, my favorite design is their Holidays in Portland. It's this super colorful kaleidoscope of landmarks, landscapes, and activities that define our city during the holidays. There's even a cute drawing of Rose 2 and Tula 2, the mother-daughter elephant duo for zoo lights. It's so adorable. Anyhow, use CityCast25 for 10% off and a free gift at allport.com or the Allport Edition storefront in Northeast Portland. The Portland Bureau of Transportation wants to make riding your bike all year long a lot easier and more fun. Their program, Ride Through the Seasons, encourages you to try out cycling year-round through a series of group rides and skill-building workshops. In addition to all that, they're also hosting a month-long Rainy Rider photo contest in November with chances to win some awesome prizes. To learn more and get involved, text BIKE to 888-520-0526 or visit portland.gov/ride seasons. That's portland.gov/ride seasons. Okay, guys, one of the best things about PDX is that we have amazing options for food and drink, and they're reasonably priced. Like, that's the whole point, is that they're not charging some crazy, like, you're watching Beyonce at a stadium price. Yeah. Which I love. So I'm curious what your places are for either shopping or food or having a beer. Like, lay it on me.
Yeah, my go-to restaurant has to be Grassa. Italian chain. We have them all over Portland. There's one in the airport. It's in like the North Hall, right after security. You can get a real ass meal there, but it's not too fancy. And like, it's comfortable. It's kind of predictable. You know what you're going to get. I hate that feeling at the airport of like, I can either get the worst sandwich of my life or spend $200 on a steak. You know, this sort of hits the right spot in the middle. Plus, Italian food, really good to drink with wine. I think wine is the go-to move in an airport because you drink a bunch of beer, man, you're getting on an airplane, you're going to have to pee. So like, stick with wine, help your bladder out. Go to Grassa. So that's my pick for food. For drinks, gotta be Juliet. This is the women in aviation themed bar way at the end of Concourse E. I think that a lot of people don't even know that this place exists, but you can get like very respectable cocktails there. I got a Hanky Panky, which is a classic with like gin, sweet vermouth, Fernet Branca. Easy cocktail to screw up. They nailed it. So yeah, definitely track down Juliet. It's also got like a really beautiful Art Deco design. And I think not enough people know about it.
I've never, I think, been to Concourse E.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's so cool. Yeah, I'm going to check that out. What about you, Julia?
Okay, so this is if you're really trying to ball on a budget. I've done this many times, especially if I have layovers. I'm thinking ahead. So you can go to any one of those like mini mart markets that sell snacks. And in their cold case, it's very likely that they'll have sandwiches from Elephant's Delicatessen. They're always under $10. And a lot of the times it's like egg salad or chicken salad. And it's stuff that's like really fresh because they bring it in that morning every time. And they're cycling through pretty constantly. And I'll get one of those sandwiches to save while I'm like waiting for my layover in the next flight or just to eat on the plane to avoid buying food on the plane, because I guarantee you that is the cheapest sandwich you're going to find on your route to your destination. And I think they're really, really tasty.
Julia, I am terrified of your 4-hour-old egg salad sandwich. I hope I never sit next to you on a plane.
I'm sorry, I'm balling on a budget. So aside from the 4-hour-old egg salad sandwich for under $10, I also spend a lot of time at Tender Loving Empire when I think about like, okay, I'm going to visit my sister. I want to get like homemade like dog treats. They have them and they're awesome. And they have like Portland gear and they have like handmade candles and chocolate, like really something for everybody. And it's also just really fun to walk around in there. There's like a couple rooms and there's records that you can peruse and handmade art. So even if you're not buying anything, it's like such a nice space to kill time. And they have a location in Concourse D, so it's right there.
Nice. Well, for me, you guys, it's so funny. You're poking fun at Julia's 4-hour egg salad sandwich. I might be able to up that, John. So,
oh my gosh. We are never flying together.
So for some reason, every flight I've ever had in the history of me living in Portland and leaving Portland has always been Concourse C. I'm always in Concourse C. There's a Cafe Yum there.
Yeah.
So Cafe Yum has this, it's like the most magic sauce that everyone started copying afterwards. And so they're so reasonably priced. So for a longer flight, like 4-hour above, I either get a breakfast burrito from there or a bowl. And here's the thing is that they pack it up for you. So there's like a top, there's a lid, it's perfect. So it's just like the perfect carry-on thing. And you got your little spoon, they give you your little salsas. I've literally like had some of the best flights of my life just because I'm like, my little burrito. You know? And then those bowls, they retain their heat pretty well, but they also don't taste terrible, like lukewarm. They're pretty, because there's so much flavor. It's so good. And I don't think it stinks. I'm always worried though. But so that's always been a concern. I was like, is everyone around here just being like, who opened up a taqueria? Like, what is going on?
That's brilliant. And I think that's a great idea because it hits that sweet spot of being like nourishing and filling, but not going to be a bomb in your stomach.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
it's still got like a certain amount of lightness to it. I think that's a great idea. Yeah.
Yay. And it's comfort food.
Yeah.
Okay. So some audience members wrote in, and I want to highlight a person who didn't really give us a hack, but more of a question. They wrote, guys, I'm so glad you're doing this because where is the good coffee? And that is part of my problem is that Concourse C, I don't know where to get coffee. So usually what ends up happening is right next to Cafe Yum, maybe like 1 or 2 stalls over, is Moe's seafood restaurant. And I basically get their drip. And let me tell you, it's hot. That's what I can say about that.
It's hot and it's there.
Yeah. So this one is for Foss Curtis as well, who wrote in and was just like, guys, what's going on?
Guys, it's so easy. Stumptown, baby. Stumptown right in the South Hall. Here's the thing. Here's what I think most people screw up. You have to be thinking about coffee as soon as you get through security because you get through security and the coffee's right there. If you go all the way to your gate first, you're going to be like, where's the coffee? But once you get through security, grab your little Stumptown and then keep going. It's right there waiting for you.
So coffee first.
Coffee first. Yeah.
And I think all of us are just like, no, we have to make sure that our gate exists.
Yeah. I know.
If I don't go and look at it, it's going to disappear, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's such a good point.
We got couple of other great suggestions, and I'm just going to shout them out right here. So Anonymous, they wrote, before TSA, Loyal Legion, even if you're not flying somewhere. So Julia, they got your number there.
Or after.
Yeah, or after. I've never done that, but that sounds pretty cool. And 2 people shouted out Paper Epiphanies. Kelly from ADX wrote, I love grabbing a journal, some new pencils, compact art supplies, and some sassy cards from Epiphany.
Oh.
They have a giant pink mailbox too, so I guess you can just like mail stuff from there. That sounds pretty cool.
That's so awesome.
And Lane on Instagram wrote in and said, for any last minute gift cards, Epiphany's the best. I was flying out for a funeral and having this shop at the airport was so convenient because I didn't have time to pick up a card prior to checking in for my flight. So that's really nice. M also shouted out Tender Loving Empire.
Yeah.
Powell's, I guess Powell's has an outpost there. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have a little kiosk, and I believe they're going to be building a bigger, like, actual storefront store sometime within the next year as well.
Wait, just a kiosk. Where? Just
It's right after TSA.
It's right by Stumptown.
Yeah.
This
It's right
is why I
across
never
from there.
see anything.
People blow right past it.
I like zoned out. I'm just like, must get to gate. M also pointed out some pretty good meals. They wrote, get a bowl of pho from Bambuza, which I've not heard.
I don't know that one either.
Or clam chowder from Moe's, which I know deeply. Moe's right next to Cafe Yum and Concourse C. Yeah, and they wrote, not enough airports offer soup options, let alone delicious ones, which is pretty good.
I got one more from Lila, and this is one that I've actually always been curious about, but never had the chance to stop at. Lila says, I love to pop by the Straightaway Cocktails kiosk for their roaming mixologist flight. So I think, because Straightaway is like packaged cocktails, right? So you can get like a couple little cocktails to go. That sounds like a nice way to start a flight.
I think Alaska is now serving them too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's take a quick break here. And when we come back, how to get out of the airport stress-free. Okay, I have the next 60 seconds to convince you to go check out Doer Jeans. You can time me. Are we ready? Okay, go. Doer makes stylish, bike-friendly clothes that are designed to keep you cool, comfortable, and looking good. They're pioneers of blending technical innovation with everyday clothing without it looking like boring athletic wear. Like, even if these clothes weren't made with Coolmax, which is supposed to regulate your body temp and wick moisture, you would want to wear them. They gave me a pair of jeans to try out, and y'all, they look good. And they're not harnessing the full power of the sun and directing it straight to my legs like most other jeans do when it's sunny and above 70 degrees. And Doer just opened up a store right here in Portland at 820 Northwest 23rd Avenue, so you can feel the difference firsthand. And CityCast Portland listeners get 15% off their first order. You can either just mention the code CCPDX for your first in-store purchase, or go online at shopdoer.com/CCPDX. That's shopduer.com/CCPDX. 60 seconds on the dot. Are you looking for the perfect spot for your holiday party, winter art show, or maker pop-up? You should check out Art Design Exchange. Their beautiful, art-filled venue in Portland's Central Eastside can host up to 100 guests and is open for booking 9 a.m. through 10 p.m. 7 days a week. You can rent the space and do everything yourself, or let their team craft a full experience, complete with local music, food, drinks, and hands-on creative workshops. Whether you're hosting a company celebration or a community event, ADX will help you bring your vision to life within your budget. Contact them by heading to artdesignexchange.com. That's artdesignx, like the letter X, change.com. Or give them a call at 971-245-4297. This coming weekend, enjoy a small-town wine country getaway. Head over to Walla Walla for their fall releases. Starting November 7th through November 9th, you can go sip and sightsee as more than 130 wineries unveil their new reds. You can meet the winemakers, revel in the crisp fall air and foliage colors, and walk through their adorable downtown Main Street where there's plenty of farm-to-table restaurants and other super cute shops to explore. If this is sounding like the perfect weekend trip, visit wallawalla.org to learn more and plan your stay. Also, fun fact, Walla Walla usually has better weather than Portland during this time of year since it's technically in eastern Washington, so you can hopefully still grab a few more sunny days before winter comes. Again, head over to wallawalla.org for even more info. All right, guys, so even under the best circumstances, hanging out at an airport can be stressful, no matter how many beers at Legion Hall you've had. Especially if your departure is delayed. So what's your hack for staying sane, being nice to everyone who works there because it's not their fault, and, just chilling?
Yeah, I got a couple ideas. So something that I think is really cool that opened within the last couple years is the sensory room. Do you guys know about this?
No.
I do, and I have something to say about that. Go on, John.
Okay. The sensory room opened in Concourse D, and the whole idea is that it's like a space designed to calm and sort of soothe your senses with like lighting and colors and like different types of furniture. There's like little like stimulus puzzles on the walls that you can play with. It's open 24 hours a day, and it was co-designed with the Autism Society of Oregon. The whole idea is just sort of creating a space for people who either, have heightened sensory issues or just like need to chill out, to have more comfortable seating, to have just a more comfortable space to be. Claudia, what's your take?
There have been some people in the autism community, because these types of rooms are opening in all airports, which is wonderful. But they're just asking, hey, if you don't have any sensory issues, like even if you're stressed out and you're going to go in there, maybe don't talk on your phone.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? Don't use this space as just a better space for you. This is specifically made for people. This is an accessibility space, and you are there as a guest. If you do not have autism.
Evil if people are like taking calls in there.
And I just want to explain, I just need to say that, like, guys, like, we have, all the spaces are for us. We might be like, oh no, it's so loud, but like, it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, so just a heads up, it's there to be used, but just an FYI.
Yeah. Don't be an asshole.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, that's a hack.
It's a hack. Don't be an asshole. One other thing, I think that we all don't do this enough. Walk around the terminals, walk around the airport, even beyond your concourse, because you might find some cool stuff. Earlier this summer, I was at the airport, and in Concourse E, I came across, they were doing like a mini street fair.
Oh my
They do this.
God.
They did this throughout the summer in different parts of the airport where like they have more live music. The therapy llamas were hanging out. And they had like a bunch of free samples from local businesses. I hung out with like the guy from Tillamook Cheese and like had some cheese with him.
Bob Tillamook?
It was Bob Tillamook. He was there at the airport.
Oh my God.
It was really, really cool and like totally unexpected. So yeah, go for a little walk. You might find something.
I am a huge fan of going on airport walks, and I'm going to take it up just one more notch. Hear me out here. My hack is playing a game of airport hide and go seek. Work with me here.
I'm trying.
I'm intrigued.
So if you're traveling with someone else, I've done this before, you set up at a gate, like one gate is home base. And from there, you give the other person a minute and a half to walk away to any other part in the airport and just blend in. You're not like ducked around a corner hiding because that would be like flagging TSA. But
That's what I'm saying.
you're just trying to blend in. You pretend that you're like perusing the magazines in a store. Like you're trying not to get seen by the person who's trying to find you. And then you take turns. But you do have to establish a rule like, hey, if I don't find you at this time, just meet me at the gate that we're leaving from. So that don't leave each other.
So you don't end up living in Salt Lake City. Yeah.
Exactly. Very fun way to kill some time if your flight's delayed or you're just...
This is a DIY Where's Waldo?
Where's
It's
Julia?
so much fun.
Yeah, where you're just like, where's my friend? Where's John? Where's
You
Julia?
would be surprised at how hard it is to find folks once you're like, you just start to blend into the rest of the crowd that's been sitting at their gate for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Much more chill hack. I did this recently too, is that I found a book from a Portland author that I was really excited about. And I brought it with me on my trip, having not started the book yet. And my goal was to return with the book finished. And I loved that it was specifically a Portland author who the story was set in Portland. So when I was away from home, it was almost like I brought a piece of home with me, and it was like more motivating to get through the book while I was away. So starting a new book and one that's like, you could get through it throughout your trip is always like a fun little challenge to set at the start of your trip. And if it's Portland author, that's just a bonus for me.
That's awesome.
That's a really great idea. Yeah. And you can eat your like 3-day-old egg salad sandwich while you read your book just to feel connected to home.
Playing hide and go seek. It's great. I'm a menace at the airport is what I'm
It
hearing.
sounds like it. So my hack is actually for people who don't like walking around with their luggage like me.
Or if you want to stay in one place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's actually one of my least favorite things is my sensory thing is having to hold stuff and feeling that responsibility of like, I can't lose this bag. So here are my hacks. There are 2 places that you can just sit down, chill out. If you don't, again, want to be at your gate, which is also usually pretty loud.
Yes.
The Aurora Speakeasy. Now,
I have never heard about this until you brought this up in a prep meeting the other day. And I was like, what are you talking about? This looks so cool.
let me tell you where it's at. It's located, this is pre-security. So this is before you actually enter like where your gates are and all that stuff. So it's on the mezzanine level where Legion Hall is located. It's between the main bar and the restrooms. So to enter, you look for the words, "Curiosity opens the door," and asks the bar team for the access code. And it's only open Monday through Friday from 4 to 8.
Wow.
That is really cool. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I'm getting to the airport early next time and I'm going to the speakeasy.
And what is so cool is that you're able to see planes land and take off, and it has this like really cool like space age
Oh my
vibe. It's really nice.
gosh.
So there's that. The other thing is, guys, go to the little Hollywood theater. Like I've sat there so many times with my cup of Moe's coffee, my breakfast burrito, just sitting there watching lovely short films from the community. Last time it was like a super abundant marathon from OPB. It was awesome. It was so
Oh,
great.
That's so sweet.
I'm into it.
Yeah, that is like hands down one of my favorite things at the airport. It's in Concourse C. And it's fun because the films are all short, right? So you can just sort of like catch a whole little 10-minute, 15-minute thing and then get on your way.
It's
Yeah.
awesome, especially
Yeah.
if you want a place to like sit down and eat or drink your coffee or whatever, and you don't want to be at your gate because everyone's spitting into your mouth. You know what I mean?
That's literally how
That's what it feels like, or there's children with sticky hands, unsupervised, and you're just like, I can't be here right now.
Can I offer one more ultimate hack?
John, this is your
Okay.
world, and we're just living in it.
Never shall you ever carry a box of Voodoo Donuts through the PDX airport. It is going to mark you as an outsider for all time. Do not do it.
Especially when there's a blue star right there.
There's a blue star right in the
And
airport,
it's
guys.
Superior donuts, if that's your thing, you know. I love that that's your hack. It's a warning.
It's a warning.
Don't do it.
Oh, man. Well, thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope something that we've shared will help you enjoy your flight a little bit more next time you're at the Portland airport. I mean, it's the best airport in the world.
Best
It
airport.
hands down is.
In the freaking world.
Best port of any kind. That's what
Yeah.
I'll go even.
Oh, go for it.
Carports, boat ports. It's the best.
Yeah, PDX beats your carport like
Left and right.
left and right. All right. Well, thank you so much, you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
After we finished taping, we heard from Molly Prescott, the Port of Portland's comms person for PDX, and she wanted to share a few more accessibility hacks and just some other cool things to look out for. So for one, a brand new art gallery just opened up on the mezzanine level, pre-security, so you don't even need a ticket to view. There's a solo exhibition right now featuring artist Sanford Biggers, who was also commissioned for the large-scale suspended sculptures all over the airport titled Odyssey. There's also plenty of hacks and special features to make traveling easier. PDX's Remember Where You Park tool is live, so if you're parking in their long or short-term garages, you just enter your parking location and you'll get step-by-step directions back to your vehicle from anywhere in the airport. Wondering how long it'll take to get through TSA? FlyPDX.com tracks estimated wait times at the security checkpoints. It's the first thing on the landing page. That's FlyPDX.com. There's also sensory bags as a complimentary resource available to all passengers with sensory needs. Not to mention the sensory room John brought up, which includes a partial plane replica to help neurodivergent travelers experience new environments at their own pace. Also, if you or someone you're traveling with has an invisible disability, you can pick up hidden disability sunflower lanyards at any airline ticket counter or the Travel Oregon Welcome Center in baggage claim. Wearing one lets airport staff know you just might need a little more time, space, or assistance while traveling. And if you need help navigating the recently renovated terminal, I know I do, you can download the Good Maps app for turn-by-turn navigation. It's a great tool for travelers who are blind, have low vision, or just unfamiliar with a new airport layout. So that's just a few more tips that we hope will help you or a loved one have a much more comfortable travel experience at PDX. And if you have any more hacks you'd like to share, send them over to portland@citycast.fm and we'll share them in our next mailbag. That's all for today here on CityCast Portland. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed the show, share it with a friend or rate and leave us a good review. It really helps us out. And don't forget, you can support this show and get some great perks by becoming a CityCast neighbor. Just visit membership.citycast.fm for all the details. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more from around the city. Until then, see you at Slims.